What's up, my mathletes? How's everybody doing out there in Math Magic Land? This is Mr. Muscarella coming at you, and in this video, I'm going to introduce me to you. But first, let's just kind of keep calm and be awesome, right? Because you are awesome. So we're going to take a nice big inhale through the nose and then sigh it out through the mouth. Let it go, just like Elsa says in the movie Frozen. So, who is Mr. Muscarella? Well, I am the oldest of 5 kids from a single-parent family. Grew up in upstate New York, and things were rough. I mean, we were poor, we were on welfare after my parents split up, which meant when I was your age, I got free lunch when I was in school. That's cool. I was all right with that. And when I was in elementary school, my good buddy Nick Altemery, Nick said, hey, why don't you come out and kick a ball around with us? It'll be really cool. And so I started playing soccer thanks to Nick, and that changed the course of my life because then I would go on and play in both high school and college, and even beyond that, later on down the road when Stonebridge High School opened up, I would coach boys soccer there for 13 years. And some of those kids, who are my athletes and students and our managers, and, the amazing coaching staff, headed up by Randall May, I am so blessed and so grateful to that community and the families for all of the incredible memories that we had during that time period. But I was going through a lot of changes in my life, and one of those changes was prompted by my good friend, Brian Godlove. So in 2013, Brian Godlove says to me, he doesn't say, he told me, he's like, all right, listen, we're going to sign up and do this half Ironman next year, and you're going to do this with me. And and you see a picture of Brian here on the left. And my other friend, Ben, both of these are my tribe bros, and we'll talk more about that later. But Brian said, you're going to do this. I'm like, well, what is it? What is triathlon? He said, well, for a half Ironman, you're going to swim 1.2 miles, then you're going to get out of the water, you're going to hop on a bike, you're going to go for a bike ride for 56 miles. And then after that, then you're going to go for a little run of 13.1 miles, and then you're done. I was like, are you kidding me, man? That sounds absolutely nuts. That's just crazy. And then I paused for a moment and I said, dude, I am so in. And that single prompt from him changed the course of my life, the trajectory of my life forever. And I'm so grateful to Brian Godlove for telling me to step out of my comfort zone and do that. It was so cool. And unfortunately, Brian passed away in 2015 because of some complications from a race that he did. And I will forever be grateful to him for prompting me to do that. And then my tribe bro, Ben, who's there in the middle, he and I went on in 2015 and completed our first full Ironman, first full Ironman distance triathlon at Ironman Louisville. And it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. So grateful to that. And, triathlon is such a big part of my life, and you'll see why, as we get to know each other throughout class. Now, the other things I love doing besides that, I love yoga, reading, music, dancing, and cooking. And all these things were brought about because of 2 amazing people in my life, and they are my heroes. And my heroes are, of course, my mom and my grandmother. They were the 2 people who kicked me in the butt when I needed it. They were the 2 people who helped me up when I was down. They were the 2 people who gave me love unconditionally, and even though I was a brat and I didn't deserve it at times and I was a punk, these 2 ladies helped me so much, and they've helped me become the man that I am today, and I'm always forever grateful to them for that. They are truly my heroes. I love you, Mom, I love you, Grandma, and I always will. So what about this teaching thing? I've been doing this for a long time, more than 2.5 decades. And I'm a board certified teacher. I've graded papers for the AP calculus exams. You name it, I've done it over the course of my career. And one thing that's not going to change is me supporting you. Now here you'll see a picture of a former student of mine, Sam, and I had Sam one of my first years of teaching, and holy cow, that was a long time ago. And she's pictured on the left, and my good friend Denise is here on the right. And Sam, was going through some stuff in her life at the time, and I supported her through that, and she was gracious enough to nominate me for Outstanding Teacher of the Year for Washington Post. And I was just so touched with all that. But the things that I did for her will be the same things that I do for you. So just like I did with Sam, I've got your back. I'm going to be right there beside you, helping you through some of the problems that we're working on. Anytime you need help, I've got you, man. And I'm going to push you. I'm going to help lift you up to new heights, take you out of your comfort zone. And here's a picture of my brother Joe during his first half Ironman distance that he did at Lake Placid. So I'm there to help push you and help lift you up to some new heights. But it's never about that. It's never about how you add, subtract, multiply, or divide. Really, when you come into my class, when you're one of my students, one of my kids, these are the things that, yes, we will go through in the class, but I always want you to know that it's really about who you become. When you have a growth mindset and you think about the things you want to do, anything is possible. And I just want you to remember, you're important. What we're learning is going to be important. I'm not going to give up on you, and you can do it. With a growth mindset, you can do anything you set your mind to. And you know what? That's life. You're going to have ups, downs, ins and outs, but all through the entire journey, enjoy every moment. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. I love you, and peace out.